we could talk about caravanning, but let's talk song. Today I'm going to be listening to the 10th song of Lady Gaga's album Mayhem. The song's called Don't Call Tonight. I want to learn songwriting. Without further ado, let's get going. Is, I believe, the key A major. No, definitely not. And now I'm very confused and must find out what I'm doing here. We start with E minor, I believe. I'm very confused. So we are in the key of C major, the easiest key in the world. What confused me was that we started with something totally different, which is an E minor chord. Of course, this A thing had nothing to do with what we were hearing. Maybe A minor, because it's the relative minor to C major. But the chord progression, I believe, is E minor, A minor, F, C, G. Confirmed. So we've got E minor for one measure, then A minor and F in one measure, then C and then G each in one measure, making this a 3 minor, 6 minor, 4, 1, 5 progression, relatively unusual.
I can't believe all the things that you said to me tonight, to me tonight, to me tonight.
Chord progression stays the same. We introduce the verse and the melody is I can't believe all the things that you said. Right?
I can't believe all the things that you said to me.
Interesting that she does the flat 9 of E minor as the melody note. Icky, icky. So the second time that she lands on the F, things that she said, makes sense because there we play the F, but before that we had this E minor making this really, really strange. Let's see what happens.
To me tonight, to me tonight, to me tonight.
And one melodic motif that she varies in the same line, to me tonight. Fifth down, something that we've seen in other songs. Bum, 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 bum. Repeat this and then bum, 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 I think was the thing.
To me tonight, to me tonight, to me tonight.
Me tonight. Okay. So not doing the fifth jump anymore, but instead a D to B with C as a passing note.
Stars are descending, the street signs go by.
It's really, really weird. Stars are descending, street signs go by, and then we land on the right thing.
A lonely ride, I need to cry to feel alive.
Really, really cool that at the beginning she says to me tonight, to me tonight, to me tonight, and then she finds 3 separate lines with a lonely ride, I need to cry to feel alive, all rhyming with tonight.
You pull me close and knock me down, then I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your life.
Pre-chorus, I believe, starting with a D minor, I think.
You pull me close and knock me down, then I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your life.
A 2 minor 1 5 4 progression. Very, very interesting because she apparently has bought the songwriting course. She knows that it's a good idea to have a 3-line pre-chorus to leave a sense of unbalance and to leave a sense of really wanting to move to the next section. We've got you pull me close and knock me down, then I beg to come back around. I'm so addicted to your lies. And we really need to keep listening because this is unresolved as hell. Let's listen to the melody.
You pull me close and knock me down.
Super simple. This is the first phrase.
And then I beg to come back around.
Okay, so we basically repeat the idea but take it down.
I'm so addicted to your lies. Oh.
So we've got the same melodic rhythm, but the movement of the melody is down every time we repeat this. Really cool, and we don't know where this is going. Repetition of that pre-chorus idea, but I'm still sure that she's going to leave it unresolved.
And in the mirror I get weak at the girl staring back at me. They're your eyes, they're your eyes.
And then we go to the chorus that of course has to rhyme with eyes and lies. But first let's look at the lyrics. And in the mirror I get weak. And now it's a Lady Gaga mispronunciation moment. At the girl staring back at me.
At the girl staring back at me.
Why does the get stressed? I don't get it. At the girl staring back at me. At blah blah standing back at me. I don't have an easy fix, but it's definitely not a very good idea to stress the.
Don't call tonight unless you wanna hurt me. Don't call.
Okay, so we are in a very danceable chorus that introduces yet another chord progression, this time the 4-5-6 minor, another very, very cliche chord progression, with a melody that does
Don't call tonight
super easy.
unless you wanna hurt me.
Don't call tonight unless you wanna hurt me.
Don't call tonight, it's not because you care.
And then the second time around, we don't go 4-5-6 minor, but we go 4-5-1. It's not because you care. Does the melody change as well?
It's not because you care.
Care. Yes. It's not because you care. Right? And it's really, really cool, that call and response thing between Don't Call the Night and this other very strong hook. So it's Don't Call the Night as the repeating element at the beginning of every line that gets answered with Unless you wanna hurt me. And then we've got Don't Call the Night, it's not because you care.
Don't call tonight.
It's a variation, but it's still the same idea. Don't call the night. So it's basically the harmonization of the original line.
Don't call tonight. Tomorrow you'll desert me.
Interesting melodic variation. Tomorrow you'll desert me. Right? Doing something else in the third repetition of the idea so that it does not get boring.
I can hear everything you're saying from here.
Interesting melodic and harmonic variations. So up until here,
I can hear everything you're saying from here. Don't call tonight, don't call tonight.
and then at the end of the chorus, she does a lot of different things. So first, we change the chord progression. We go from that. We go to 2 minor, 1 and 5, something that we know a little bit from the pre-chorus, and the melody does something else as well. So it's I can hear everything you're saying from here.
I can hear everything you're saying from here.
I can hear every... I think is the melody. Remember that we are on the G, so on the dominant chord, building tension, and that tension we resolve to...
Don't call tonight, don't call tonight. Saturday.
We don't resolve, actually, so it's... Don't call tonight, don't call tonight. And we really want to go to don't call tonight. right? But instead we go to the verse with that icky E minor.
Saturday morning, my head is on fire. It's hard to blame you for your crimes when I have mine.
Again, that 3-line thing, it's hard to blame you for your crimes when I have mine. Really cool.
The sun is rising.
Why? Why the sun is rising? The sun is rising. Something like this. This is deliberate ugliness, which I love.
We twist the knife too many times. Say goodbye.
Variation that I believe we've heard similarly in verse number 1.
You pull me close and not.
One thing that I want to comment on is the great contrast between melody beginnings, something that we've seen in other Lady Gaga and other songs. The verse very, very clearly starts on the downbeat in terms of melody.
Saturday morning.
Okay, right? Saturday morning, and even if we don't want it,
The sun is rising.
with the sun is rising, right? So here she could have opted for a pickup, but she didn't. And the pre-chorus leaves the downbeat open and starts only after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
You pull me close and
Right? So the melody starts only on the one end. You pull me close and knock me down.
I'm so addicted to your lies.
And we know everything from pre-chorus number 1.
Out in the mirror, I get weak at the girl staring
At the girl, right? It's the.
back at me. They're your eyes, they're your eyes.
There she did a little variation in the melody.
Don't call tonight.
And the third section starts with a very, very strong pickup, right? So we have got downbeat in the verses, after the downbeat in the pre-chorus, and then very, very strong pickup thing with Don't Call the Night, and the night is the first downbeat.
Don't call tonight. I can hear everything you're saying from here.
That's a very, very strong line, right? After everything we've heard. So it's 3 Don't Call the Nights in a row, and then we freshen up everything with that really, really cool line.
I can hear it.
I can hear everything you're saying from here.
Don't call tonight. Don't call tonight. Don't call tonight.
And we always play with that dominant function that then deceives us, because we always go back to that E minor.
Don't call tonight. Don't call tonight. Don't call tonight.
That was verse harmonies in the post-chorus number 2 or interlude. Interesting. It sounds like an A minor drone. But the background harmonies do interesting spacey things. I don't know about the last chord, but the others are definitely. And then something else? I don't know. So it's A minor, G minor, F, but with the pedal note A. This is something very. I don't really know what the genre is called. This is kind of what's the driver soundtrack? Kaminsky, I want to say, but that could also be an antivirus software. I don't know.
Home to your favorite song and scream so loud 'cause you're all alone and your heart beats fast.
And the second time around, the bass goes with the chord. So the repetition is.
Driving home to your favorite song and scream so loud 'cause you're all alone and your heart beats fast 'cause you're in the zone and then you hear the phone.
So it was A minor, G, F, D minor all along. And in the repetition, as I said, the pedal note disappears, but instead the bass goes with the chords. And this was a beautiful primary bridge, taking us now to what I imagine to be the last chorus.
Unless you wanna hurt me.
Of course, with the arrangement broken down, something so pop.
Don't go tonight. It's not because you care.
This brilliant and easy and simple reharm idea to go from F, G, A minor to F, G, C, thereby creating really cool variation in the second repetition, is genius.
I can hear everything you're saying from here.
Melodic variation, something that we would expect in a broken down chorus.
Don't go tonight unless you wanna hurt me.
And the last chorus is full force.
Don't go tonight, don't go tonight, don't go tonight. Uh-oh.
Interesting that they would go back to the verse progression for the outro.
Don't go tonight, don't go tonight, don't go tonight.
And again, we've got a very strong rhythmic hook and lyrical hook with that Don't Call a Night. This time actually being 2 quarter notes followed by 2 eighth notes is what I'm hearing. Nothing, and then don't and call are quarter notes, and tonight are kind of the compressed version, the eighth notes. Bum, dum, ga, da, dum. If we count this here, bum, bum, bum as the beat, then we would actually have 2 eighth notes and 2 16th notes. And this was Don't Call a Night by Lady Gaga. I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings from this one as well. Songwriting learning number 1. It is okay to experiment with melodies that do not include chord notes. Lady Gaga does that in a very exaggerated way by singing an F over an E minor shape, something that a lot of people would avoid, but she makes it work. So why not try that if you want to kind of add this icky, zombie, crazy element to your song? That's something that you should definitely look at. Songwriting learning number 2, a Let's Talk song classic. You should consider different beginnings of the melodic phrase. Lady Gaga does so perfectly by having a downbeat melody beginning in the verse, and after the downbeat melody beginning in the pre-chorus, and a pickup melody beginning in the chorus, something that really helps sets your sections apart from each other, and something that you should consider when becoming a songwriter. And songwriting learning number 3 is about the power of pedal notes. So what we heard in the primary bridge with that pedal note playing in the chord progression that then turns into the bass movement that we would expect is something very powerful and something that you should have in your trick box. Now, if you have got a chord progression that repeats and don't want to give away just yet what the root notes are, it would be a great idea to experiment with pedal notes in the first time around that you play the chord progression. Something that I also like doing is play verse number 1 with pedal note and only give away the chord progression fully in verse number 2. So this is another option that you have with pedal notes, giving you great freedom and this power to kind of not give away everything just yet. And this was my on-the-fly analysis of Don't Call Tonight by Lady Gaga, track number 2 of that brilliant album called Mayhem. If you liked my video, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel. Thank you for over 2,600 subscriptions. That means the world to me. Please also keep leaving friendly comments and keep checking out the almost but not quite complete guide to songwriting available at spectreacademy.net if you want to take your songwriting to the next level. I guess we've talked song, you can talk about caravanning now. Bye bye.